Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I realized while filming this that I never really introduced the video. I just kind of got into it. If you are new here, I post a month in review at the end of every month, essentially going over how that month was for me, any life updates, ins, outs, that kind of thing. At this point in time, I have also included some Disney planning updates. So my girlfriend and I are going on a Disney trip this upcoming May. Have been doing some packing and prepping already, prematurely, I know, to make sure we have everything. So if you haven't watched any of our other videos, you can definitely catch a little bit of that in there, but I just thought I would do a little bit more of an in-depth intro of to what is going on in this video, because if you couldn't tell, I'm delusional as shit because I'm tired and can't sleep because my girlfriend is at her parents' house. So enjoy this video and like and subscribe. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is definitely an interesting setup that I have going on right now. You all are actually in my room, set up on two pillows. So I'm going to try my hardest not to move around too much so that the camera does not fall. If you didn't see my last video, which was essentially like a self-care weekend vlog, I suggest you go watch it because I got my nails done and man, do I love them. I definitely think this might be my favorite set, but I definitely say that every time I go get my nails done. So go check out Val's page and her shop located in West Virginia down below, and let's get started. So something that I really want to incorporate in these videos, other than just me yapping for maybe 15 minutes or more, is just life updates, things that have happened throughout the month in my life, because I do share a portion of my life on the internet, but not all of it. As you all know, I work in social work. I'm a case manager and I am going to school to become a counselor one day, but that does also include me withholding a lot of information for my own safety and for the safety of other people. So the things I do share about my month are things that I would not be upset about, or if someone found out, that I feel like would be unprofessional or would in some way lead to something terrible happening. I don't know. But long story short, moving forward, this goes for really any social media person, is that they're only showing a side of themselves that they want people to see. So to go on with this video, hold on, get yourself a nice little drink, a nice little snack. It is Easter. Technically it still is, it's 11:15 at night. I can't sleep, so we're just rocking and rolling until I get tired. I've got some water. You get your nice bevy. 10 out of 10. So the first section, like I said, I want to give some life updates, things that have happened throughout the month, any sort of reflection on previous goals, previous ins and outs that I've set. So to give some life updates slash some overarching topics, subjects, summaries of this month, I would say this month has been an 8 out of 10, primarily because there has been a lot of changes for me in April. One of those being I got a new caseload at work, which if you are a social worker, you know that this causes a little bit of stress because you had built so much rapport with a lot of your clients on your previous caseload. So when you get a new caseload, or even it's just like one or two new people, it can kind of throw off your groove a little. So that was definitely something I had to maneuver this month. Additionally, allergies. Okay, I don't know if it's just me or if it's anybody else, but Claritin does not work for me. Claritin, sometimes Benadryl does, but 9 times out of 10 it just makes me drowsy half the time. The only thing that really will work is Zyrtec. That's about it. And it kind of sucks too because you can only take it once a day. So by the time you've hit that 24-hour mark, you're really just hoping and praying, hanging on for dear life as soon as you hit that 24-hour mark, and then you're taking another one. And I'm also not a big fan of any of like the, I forget, is it Flonase or something like that, where it essentially just gets like sprayed up your nose. I don't like anything in my nose, my mouth, my eyes, ears, can't do it. So that has been a change and a very heavy influence this month. This month my girlfriend and I have also started our early Disney prepping, and if you've been following along on this channel, my girlfriend and I are going on a trip in May. Super exciting. I know, it's for my girlfriend's birthday. We are super, super excited. There's so many surprises to come for her birthday that you all will be coming along with me for. But this month my girlfriend and I did do a lot of prepping, just figuring out what outfits we're gonna wear, what items we need, what items we don't need, what items do we want to bring with us, what items do we plan on purchasing in the park, that kind of thing. This is also the first time we are doing a Disney dining plan. I have gone to Disney a ton of times and have never done the Disney dining plan. I'm trying to learn how to maneuver that. I am a big person on sit-down restaurants, so we did like the Disney dining plan, not the quick service, but that does lead with us having a few quick service meals throughout our trip, so that'll be interesting to say the least. All to say, there are things that we have to discuss, such as like popcorn buckets. Like, are we going to bring our popcorn bucket? I have no idea. I don't even know if it's legal. If anybody is watching this, if you have a popcorn bucket, have you ever brought it with you from one trip to the next trip, whatever it may be? Have you ever done that before? And are you allowed to do that? Because our popcorn bucket is currently Halloween themed, and it is not Halloween anymore. It is summer. So, big question there. If you know the answer to that, let me know. That'd be great. Anyways, another thing that I did this month is I did finish the book I was reading. I read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Y'all, I have never in my life read a book and like genuinely been close to crying over it. Genuinely been close to crying. I think this book brought me a lot of perspective when it comes to LGBTQ issues, just overarching like goals of your life and how you view the bigger picture of what you want in your life. So those topics definitely got to me, and by the end of the book you are reflecting on every moment, every minute, every second you've ever spent in your life, and definitely makes you, I don't want to say regret them, but like rethink every decision. And it's definitely a good read. I would give this book, if I had to give it out of 5, I definitely give it a 4.5. There was just some really sad scenes in there that just got me a little over the edge. So that is a quick summary / review of how April was for me. Overall, pretty good. A lot of new things, a lot of changes, and some really exciting things. Looking forward towards our upcoming trip, and looking forward to starting my new book, which is Your Dog is Your Mirror. I started reading some of it actually while I was in the midst of shitting. It is pretty good, at least so far that I've read, and I'm really excited to finish this one. My goal originally was to be able to finish this book before Disney, and I done it. Now I kind of want to see how much of this book I can finish before we go to Disney. I'm definitely going to bring it with me, but if I get more than halfway done with this book, which I didn't realize how big the text was in it, so I may finish this even before we go on our trip, but I may need to find another book to bring with me just in case I finish this one either before the trip or on the trip. So if you have any good book recommendations that is very similar to this book, or is in a weird way similar to this book, leave a comment, let me know. Would love to take suggestions. Still learning, I don't want to say how to read, but getting back into reading ever since I've been traumatized by what they make you read in high school, so let me know. Alrighty, now into the meat of the video, and that is our ins and our outs for next month. Well, really, it was in and out for this month, but that we're moving on to next month with. To start out, our ins. Reading, we've already touched on that. I can genuinely tell you that I have really enjoyed reading, and it has brought me a lot of joy when it comes to like spending time with myself, being able to be in my own world. I love it. So I've definitely gotten back into reading, so it's definitely in. The second thing is bullet journaling. If you didn't know, in a couple of videos back, I don't even remember which one, I purchased a bullet journal, and so I've been bullet journaling almost every day in there, whether that was just daily journaling or some sort of really cool fun page. So that's been really fun. I've been watching different bullet journaling videos on YouTube, like catching ideas from other people, and on Pinterest. That's another thing that I'm really interested in doing at the end of the year, or at least when I finish this bullet journal, is going through it and doing kind of like a flip through so you all can see how I have evolved through my bullet journaling journey, so to speak. That is that. The third thing that is in is self-care. I will say this month, with changes in my caseload, and fortunately 2 of my coworkers I no longer work with, so one of the reasons why my caseload was changed was because we had less people to take over cases. That's been a little stressful, and being able to do self-care. So in my opinion, self-care is bullet journaling, reading, getting my nails done, doing my hair, doing my makeup, doing things like that that make me feel beautiful, cared for, relaxed, at peace, joyful. Things like that are what I would consider self-care, and that is definitely in for this month and for next month. And the last thing is weekly resets and cleaning. I believe it was my last video, or maybe not my last video, the video before that, I did a weekend reset, but I think I had filmed it on a Monday or Tuesday, and let me tell you, I need to stop doing these like weekly resets during the week, because by the time it gets to the weekend, I'm so drained. I am so tired. I do not want to do a weekly reset, but I really need to get into the mindset of beginning of the week, we need to get our shit together. We need to prepare our minds, our bodies, our beings, our space for a new week, a new day, and I really need to get on that. It's something that is in that I have not been doing that I really need to put in the work for. And then, of course, our outs, which include negativity, okay? This month had a lot of changes, meaning there were a lot of times that I said, shit, this is hard, okay? And there were a ton of times where I had a lot of negative self-talk, either towards myself or towards other people, and it was not their fault. It was all internalized anger, frustration, irritability, and that needs to be out for this month, for sure. And then, second thing, procrastinating. As always, I've been a lot better at it. I've gotten videos on time. I have actually even done a bonus video. If you didn't check that out, it's my on-call vlog. You should watch it. Procrastinating, really haven't been doing much of it. As you all watched the last video, and I'm writing a paper the day before it's due. It sounds really bad, but really it was just a paper that was already partially written. I just needed to finish it. The next one is fake friends. Y'all, don't have fake friends. Fake friends are the worst. Like, genuinely the worst. And to be honest, I don't have very many fake friends, at least as far as I know. But I think why I made this a point to talk about is because I have friends who are going through this pattern of having a friend and then them doing something to them or behind their back and then it falling off, going off the rails. I have a couple friends that are probably on that fake scale, but I don't think I spend enough time thinking about it nor caring about it to really press into it, which is all on me. And if I feel that way, I need to bring that up to them. But at the same time, I also know I have the same power to step away, to step back, to no longer engage with them. That kind of thing, in which I feel fairly confident I can do. I've done it before, I can do it again. The third thing, just fake friends. It's out for the month. It should be out for you too. And the fourth thing is non-realistic goals, okay? Let me just say, at the beginning of, I think it was either at the beginning or the middle of February, I had set a weight goal, and I was not very realistic with it. I wasn't. And I put a lot of pressure and shame and guilt on myself for not reaching that weight goal by the end of the month. And I think the one thing that was hardest for me was understanding whether you are going to have times where you're going to be out of town. You are going to have times where meal prepping isn't an option. You are going to have times where you just aren't going to have the capacity, the want, the need, the passion, the emotional energy to be able to do it today. And that's okay. And we all have our days where we can't give our full attention to that goal, to that passion. And I think once I hit the moment where I said, you know, I would love to lose this weight, but right now, this one meal, this one snack, this one drink is not going to cause me to do anything extreme. It's not going to cause me to gain 20 pounds. It is not going to cause me to gain 5. It may cause me to gain 1 or 2. It's not the end of the world. And learning how to forgive myself for those things has definitely been a very good indicator on how I should move forward with me losing weight. I will say one thing that is out is non-realistic goals, because it's not good for your mental health, and honestly, it's not good for your physical health either. So that is all that I have for this month in review. I would give you some Disney updates and planning, but to be completely fair, and most if not all of my vlogs that I've posted, I have given you at least a little. So that's all I gotta say. When you see this video, when it is posted, I will be about 2 weeks out from my trip, so I will probably start doing my prep and packing series, so you should definitely watch that. And yeah, I think that's all for today. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, make sure you turn your post notifications on so you know when the next time I post is. I normally post on Fridays, but lately I've been getting really creative and been posting sometimes on Wednesdays, so you should definitely press that post notification button. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.